Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to part 2 of the Apache Superset basic tutorial series. In the first part, we have learned how to take a dataset in Google Sheet and connect to Apache Superset. So what is our next step? Now we need to create a dataset based on the Google Sheet that we connected to our Apache Superset in the previous tutorial. Let's head over to the dataset page. We're not interested in the existing dataset. We want to click on the new dataset button. Now from the database list, I will select the database that we made earlier, the previous tutorial one. Under the schema, it showed just one option. Let's select it. In the next field, select the table that contains all the data. Notice that every column from our dataset is listed here. If I place both windows side by side, you can verify all the columns name. We can also check the data type of every column. For instance, the released year column is set to real, which comes from the Google Sheet column automatically. Similarly, Metascore is also a real data type. Everything looks good, so let's click on the Create Dataset and Create Chart button. So our dataset is ready. The first chart that we are going to build today is a table chart. Select the table chart, then select the dataset, click on the Create New Chart button. Let's give the chart a name. We'll start with the dimension field. Drag and drop the series title to the dimension field. Now I can press on the Create Chart button and the data visualization will be populated on the right side. You can see the titles are already showing in the table chart view. Let's add more data to the table. I'll add one more data to the dimension field, which is director. This will let us see who directed each title. To validate that our data in the chart view is correct, let's do a quick check. If I search for 12 Angry Men, we see the director is Sidney Lumet in Google Sheet. And looking at our table chart, the result matches perfectly. Let's add more dimensions. I'll add genre, add runtime. I can add IMDb rating 2 and add the released year. Now, if I click on the update chart, Superset gives us a comprehensive table. So this is how you can create a very basic Superset table chart visualization. Now let's explore the matrix field. You can use matrix when you want to perform calculation or operations on your data. For example, right now we are just listing information. But what if we want to know which movie received the most votes? To see this, I will drag the number of votes column into the matrix section. Matrix field always required an aggregate function. For this case, I will set the aggregate function to max. This ensures the highest number of votes floats to the top. I will click the save and update button. And you can see the movie with the highest vote count is now at the top. By the way, you can manually sort any column by clicking on header 2. Let's click on the header of year and the table is now ordered based on the year matrix. So I hope you understand the metric field now. Let's look at the percentage metric now. As the name implies, this calculates a percentage. Suppose we want to know what percentage each movie contributed to the total gross revenue. To find this, I will add gross to the percentage metric field. By the way, you can change the field from here too. For aggregate function, I will select sum. This compares each movie's gross against the total revenue of the dataset. By the way, if you want, you can write custom SQL here too. Now I will save and update. Even though the sort order is based on votes, we now have a column showing the total gross percentage. If I click on the gross percentage header, we can now see the Star Wars is the highest contributor since it sort the table from highest to lowest contributor. Notice the column headers named are automatic and kinda not readable enough. We can rename them to make it more understandable. I'll label this one gross contribution. Let's click on the update, and since it is a percentage metric field, it automatically adds a percentage symbol as a prefix. So we have identified the highest and lowest contributors. Let me explain a few basic concepts here too. At the bottom, you can see Result tab. This displays the process data after our query runs. Then there is Samples tab. Samples tab show the raw data exactly as it exists in your original Google Sheet, or it can be your database. So sample is the source and result is what we chose to display. Let's collapse the result and samples tab. Now let's head over to the Customize tab. Here I can enable a search box. Now if I type Pulp Fiction on the search box, I get the exact movie immediately. Or I can filter for all crime movies, and it is now showing only the data for this genre. I could even search for more specific values like movies with an 8.9 rating, and you can see the result. I'll also enable allow column to be rearranged. This is a great feature for the end user. It lets the user drag and reorder column interactively. For example, I can pull the rating column to the front. These customization options really improve the user experience. So that's pretty much it for the chart table. Let's save the chart. Since I named the chart earlier, it autofills the name from there. Here you can select your predefined dashboard too. I have an existing one that I created before the recording of this tutorial. I want to create a fresh one for this video. So I will create a new dashboard and name it Movie Tutorial Dashboard. And click Save. Now you can reload the chart window and let's save again. This time select newly created dashboard, then press the save and go to the dashboard button. Here we are on the newly created dashboard. The table looks a bit squeezed, right? Let's fix that by clicking on the edit dashboard button. Now I can drag the container to make it wider, and I'll increase the height as well to show more rows. Once that looks good, I'll save the changes. Now let's view the dashboard again. Here is our movie tutorial dashboard. If I open it up, you can see all our features are active. For example, searching for Fight Club instantly pull up the data. And that is how you create a basic table and visualize data in Apache Superset. So that is the end of part 2 of the Apache Superset tutorial today. Go ahead and continue from the next part of this tutorial series to see how you can create a horizontal and vertical bar chart using this dataset. Thank you for staying with me and good night.